Hey, everyone, the year is almost over. That's right, 2026 is around the corner. We got less than 6 weeks, and we will officially be over with 2025. It went by so quick. So with that being said, we're going to look at some potential travel places you can travel in the year 2026 and why. So some of these are based off personal experiences. Some of these are based off recommendations I got from my audience, research, etc. But first, I want to start by the well-known Thailand. I have personally been to Thailand 4 times, and I can say that it is amazing, right? It's very affordable. The locals are respectful. Outside of the heat and the breathing that happens like around March time and the rain, there's no really major disasters. So if you start fresh 2026 around, January, February, you're going to be able to enjoy it good because the weather's going to be perfect, no crazy rain, it's not going to be too humid, and you're going to avoid the March, April time frame that has the breathing conditions going on, right? So with that being said, let's say you're looking at March, April, where do you want to go next? I tell you, South Africa. Why South Africa? Cape Town specifically, right? It's very diverse there. It's known as a cultural hub. Extremely scenic. I got 2 buddies in Cape Town, South Africa right now as we speak. Imagine going to a steakhouse and spending 20 USD. So you could be out with a date, you and that date spend less than $50 at a steakhouse, right? Drinks included. Where else can you do that at? There's not that many places, right? And you can get a spot on the Airbnb right next to the beach, right? You can be downtown. You can do all this. It's easy to move around. Uber only costs a couple dollars. You want somewhere where your money goes far. I got a lot of people who watch me from the UK, Canada, Australia, and USA. These type of places you will find very affordable, right? So we got Thailand, we got South Africa. Where next? None other than Spain. I have been to Spain 3, 4, 5 times at this point. I actually lived there for 6 months at one point for a school program. Every time I go to Spain, no lie, it gets better. Every time I go, it's more an enriching experience. The locals become way more open. There's way more diversity going on. There's more opportunities. The culture advances. I truly love Spain. It's actually one of the places I would consider living permanently. That's how much I love it. I've been to a lot of places around the world, internationally and domestic, right? I make travel content based off of this. So make sure you check out my other videos after you get done watching this video. Make sure you watch this video first. But I say that to say this, Spain and all the places I've been has the second best food I have ever had in my life. Number 2, the second best food I ever had in my life. Amazing food. Less chemicals in the US, less pesticides, less added sugars. I'm talking about like real food. You want to go somewhere and eat some real food. When it goes down, you can taste it like, oh man, this gives me energy. This gives me life. Like when you're eating the fast food or the chemical processed stuff we got here in America, no disrespect, but you feel sluggish afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So you want to eat some real food. But you're probably saying, hey, you said that's number 2, so what's number 1? Don't even worry about it. I got you. Another place you want to travel in the year 2026, which is also number 1 when it comes to food for me personally. Keep in mind I have yet to go to Greece, Italy, and Georgia, which I hear the food over there in those 3 places is amazing. But right next to Greece, right next to Italy, right next to Georgia, we have none other than Turkey. I have been to Turkey, I want to say 3 times now. The longest I ever stayed was 4 months, so you can kind of say I officially live there. I say if you've been somewhere longer than 3 months at a time, you can say you live there, right? So I was there 4 months, so I technically can claim that I live there. I received mail there. I had an extended stay there, right? I had a Turkish, the little card. I might actually have the card with me. Let me double check while I got you right here, right? I keep a couple of my cards in my safety deposit box, just in case you need to guard something. But the beautiful thing about Turkey is it's extremely affordable as well. Now, I have heard that it's been going up slightly, but you can still buy dinner for less than $5. So all those people who tell you, oh, you need this, you need that. In Istanbul, which is the capital city, the biggest city, you can still buy dinner for a couple bucks. So don't believe the hype. Is this it right here? Yes. Oh no, this is Madrid. I'm sorry. By the way, this is the Madrid one. I'm gonna show you something because the Madrid one actually looks like the Turkish one. Right? A lot of the culture you'll see in Spain was kind of almost relatable. When I was in Turkey, I'm like, the architecture, right? The architecture, some of the food, the demeanors of the people, right? That Southern European flair, that Mediterranean flair. So you'll see a little bit of overlap there when you go to all those places. But the good thing about it is you can ride the train, right? I took it like a 45-minute hour train ride. It was less than $2. Where can you do that at? Like you're not doing that nowhere near America, anywhere in America. None of the Americas, right? Like this is unheard of. But I overall recommend it. It's a pretty good place. All right, here we go right here. This should be it. Let me cover up my number just in case, but this is the official Istanbul card. If you use this card, you know what's funny? It looks like the Madrid one, but if you use this card, you will be able to go anywhere when it comes to the public transportation. So you have certain countries, for example, like Thailand, for example. Let's use Bangkok, Thailand. The pass you use for the bus versus the train versus other transportation is all different. When you're in Istanbul, Turkey, this same card will get you access to the ferry that goes from the Asian side to the European side. It gives you access to the metro, to the train, to the buses. It's all connected in one. So you buy the card and you'll be able to easily get around, right? Or if you want to take Uber, I took Uber from the airport into the main part of the city, which is about 45 minutes. I want to say it cost me $6-7 USD, so it's extremely affordable. I personally would recommend it for people looking to travel in 2026. But that is not the only place. It has the #1 food for me personally, but that's not the only place that I would recommend. We got to go with a classic for this next one. For this next one, we are going for no other than Japan. Now, a lot of people talk about Japan, the anime, blah, blah, blah. And you may have heard me talk about Japan in some of my videos, and I say, okay, it was cool, but it didn't really blow my mind. I say it depends on what you're looking for. So let me explain when I throw in Japan. If you are looking for extreme safety, right? If you're looking for extreme respect, extreme customer service, extreme attention to detail, extreme efficiency, all the positive stereotypes about Japan and Japanese culture are true. Out of all the airlines I've been to, none of them were more efficient than Japan Airlines. None of them were more clean. They cleaned the plane 3-4 times when I was on it. I have never seen any other plane do this. The customer service is through the roof. I'm talking about, I requested an Uber driver. He's wearing a suit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you need anything, sir? I'm like, wow. Like, I felt like I was the president moving around. The way the dude was like navigating the car, the tools he had in the car that made me feel comfortable, the extra customer service. I did pay like almost $300 for a Uber ride, which I made a mistake. I was fresh off Thailand, so I'm doing the conversion. I'm thinking it's going to cost me like $30. But I forgot I was in Japan or something. I forgot the conversion. It ended up costing me like $300 to go from the airport to the city of Tokyo. But that's a whole nother story. But besides that, it has amazing service. Even when you walk into a restaurant, yes sir, yes ma'am, very respectful. You almost kind of feel bad. Like, man, why are they? Be normal or not normal. I'm sorry, because everybody's normal is different. I mean, be casual, I guess you could say. Like, you don't have to be so like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, so focused. So. But overall, I will say that was pretty amazing. I definitely recommend people go to Japan, very efficient and stuff like that. And you can find some good food. You may have to dig around a little bit, especially when you're in the bigger cities. I have been told that the smaller cities actually have a lot of hidden gems and better food. But me personally, I haven't spent too much time in the smaller cities. But you can find good food when it comes to going to the bigger cities in Japan. I am a testament of that. I have had some good food. But without further ado, I do want to move on to the next place, right? I don't want to stay too much on the same subject. But if you ever want me to go into greater details about these different countries that we mentioned, Thailand, Japan, Turkey, Spain, etc., you can always leave a comment down below, or you can message me on Instagram, TikTok, X. I use the same username, PayMeInPaella. But without further ado, we're going to go to the next place that you need to visit when it comes to 2026. That would be none other than the originator of funky music, right? Attractive people, soul, energy, can slightly remind you of America at times. Open people. A language that may not be as common as other languages, but none other than Brazil. Why am I praising Brazil, or why am I saying you should visit Brazil when it comes to 2026? Well, as I mentioned before, the people are extremely friendly. They're going to make you feel comfortable, right? It's part of their culture. I'm not stereotyping. This is like an official thing. If you ask anybody who's from Brazil, or anyone who wants to go to Brazil or has done research on Brazil or who is Brazilian, they'll tell you Brazilian people are typically pretty warm, warmer than a lot of other countries. Very touchy-feely, open type of culture. Try to make you feel at home. Try to make you feel at peace. So you will enjoy that there. Also, I want to say from personal experience as someone who has been to Brazil solo, that it is not as dangerous as the media makes it seem. There are certain areas you want to watch out, right? Nowhere is completely perfect, but just like nowhere in America is completely perfect. You may not want to walk around on the east side of Detroit by yourself at 2 a.m. in the morning, right? So that same level of common sense you have when it comes to certain cities or states in America, or cities and townships in other countries, you want to carry that in Brazil. So I was by myself the whole time, right? Nighttime, daytime. I had caution about me, and I didn't stay out too late, and I wasn't in, the favelas, but I still watched my back, and I still exercised caution. I didn't have my phone out recording like, hey guys, I'm in Brazil, right? So as long as you exercise common sense, you don't wear jewelry, you don't go to the dangerous parts, you stay in the tourist area, and sometimes you can even experiment outside the tourist area. I did that, right? I went to Barra de Tijuca. It's kind of upscale, but it's not a tourist place, right? Or you may go to Copacabana, which is in Rio, or Rio as a local, or you may call it here, Rio de Janeiro. And you'll be alright. You don't got too much to worry about. They got some good soul, good energy down there. I've been a lot of places. That's the first country I've been to where the moment the plane landed, I felt like I was at home. I just couldn't explain it. But that's enough in this video. I don't want to talk y'all's heads off. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I've been replying to every comment and reading every message. Peace.